Alright, what's good, boys? I'm going to make a pre-market overview for you guys for the crypto and for the forex ones that are interested on kind of get a basic idea on what is going to happen during this week and what to expect from the price action on different pairs. Um, we're going to start with the BTC. We're going to start with in the monthly time frame. On the monthly time frame, we can see that we the previous month we were extremely bullish. We closed above these previous highs, and we there's nothing much really to say about the monthly. Just that we closed above these highs, and starting on the monthly, we can see we are kind of bearish, but this is because we probably gonna feel all these fair value gaps we have right here because they haven't been filled with they haven't been rebalanced, to be honest, and for now we are seeing like some kind of rejection from here. So that's what I'm really expecting from BTC right now. And going into the daily, we can see that we've had this supply zone, and that's the supply zone that I told I could probably look for shorts. I actually didn't take anything because to be honest, um, I didn't like, I was looking for other altcoins and overall I didn't get into it. But we can see like in the daily, we're probably going to seek for this liquidity right here. And again, the fair value as we have down there. So we pretty much expecting bearish from what we can see right now. Later on, we have gotten this market structure shift right here, and we could potentially expect um, pullback into this zone, this supply zone right here, and get a reaction to continue downwards to take over this liquidity right here. Um, Later on, dropping on the 1 hour, same, we can see this breakup structure. We've seen this fair value gap kind of get filled, but I wouldn't it wouldn't be strange to get it filled again. That price comes back and fills it back again, and from there continue downwards. And pretty much there's not much to say about BTC right now, honestly. Going into the BTC dominance, we can see that on the last days, all the more money or the capital has been flowing back into altcoins potentially, and that could mean, and that means actually that altcoin season is going to start pretty soon. If we get into the 50% dominance, that would be even better. That would mean that BTC is not going to be that strong. Like, that means that volatility is going to come into altcoins, and we could potentially see bigger movements on the altcoins overall. Going into Ethereum, same, pretty much really similar to BTC. We can see on the monthly a really nice candle, really bullish candle, really nice candle. Not much to say. We're getting a rejection over this area right here. Dropping into the weekly, same thing. We've been left this order block. From this zone we could potentially look for reversals back to the upside, because I know that we have fair value right here, but I don't think we are going to fill this zone out. If we don't get enough confirmation from here, probably gonna seek for this fair value gap. But for now, we are expecting downwards movement from here. However, on the daily time frame, we can see this fair value hub right here, and this potentially could mean if Ethereum is actually pretty strong, pretty bullish, then we could potentially look for some kind of reversal, and from here take on these highs, some kind of long. We could probably expect something like that. We will see, because we also have left this liquidity over here, so that's another reason that we could potentially look for entries over here. We will see what reaction we get. We will see we can see from it. On the daily, we could see that we filled this fair value gap. We actually took these highs later on, but for now we're seeing rejection from here. Let me delete all of this. and jumping on the 1 hour, we made the market structure shift. I would like to look some kind of get some kind of rejection also from here, like a microstructure shift, and from there seek over this liquidity data set with this fair value gap, keeping it also in mind. Other pairs on crypto, we can see bread did a pretty good um, movement. We touched the all-time highs with it. Right now, if we drop on the daily time frame, we can see we've been left this fair value gap zone, that we could potentially look for longs. If we don't respect this zone, the next zone would be this pretty much demand zone. And to be honest, I don't like that it is already on all-time highs, but still we could look for some kind of potential longs to take over these highs back again. Um, Going into the 4 hour, yeah, this is the fair value gap. This is the zone that I'm talking about. But I would expect, actually, yeah, I would expect it to drop a bit lower over these kind of support zones, to be honest, and from there seek some kind of reversal and a continuation to the upside. And other pairs, the GTO, I called it like we were going to break out from this zone, but we actually didn't get enough confirmation. We actually closed above it, but we didn't hold this zone, so we kept dropping right here. So we probably gonna take over this liquidity right here, if not to drop over this order block right there and potentially seek for a continuation to take all of this liquidity that we've been left. Later on, we go into Pepe, as well as the GTO. We did get break. We can see it did get a break. However, we've retested it and we didn't get the confirmation that we were seeking. So it just like went downwards from here. And from now, honestly, I would keep an eye on. I would still keep an eye on Pepe. Probably we could somehow get reaction from this zone. We will see what we do. If not, potentially we could take a liquidity from here, but I don't think so. I think Pepe is pretty bullish, and as well as Bonk. I was looking for this zone. This zone got respected. We did see a really nice upwards movement. However, we didn't hold it, and we just broke down from it. Potentially, if this zone gets we hold from this zone, then we could probably seek for a market structure shift, and from there some kind of entry, And wait, let me delete all of this. So much drawing. Going into forex. My last bias from the last week was that we sweep this liquidity right here, we rebalance this fair value gap on the monthly time frame, and from there we would seek this liquidity right above there. For now, we open the monthly. We're seeing that we are getting kind of bearish right now, but that could potentially mean that we are going to seek for some longs to fill this fair value gap that we didn't fill yet. So I would look for longs on euro. If dropping like in the daily, we can see that we have this order block as well. We have this order block, and if we go into the 4 hour, we can see it even cleaner. We can see this order block with its fair value gap. However, if we don't hold this level, if we don't get to hold this level, we're probably just gonna rebalance this fair value gap, or this one we're gonna probably create, and from there keep going downwards from here, depending on what we actually, if we hold this level or not. If we actually hold it, then we have all the motives to target this liquidity right here, and these fair value gap zones that we have on the weekly time frame, right? And let me drop again into the 4 hour. So I would look for some kind of reaction from this zone. If not, then like I said, we are probably gonna keep going downwards from there. Looking at the Dixie, on the Dixie, it's pretty much the same. We know that Dixie and Euro have the clearest correlation between them both. We can see it's literally the same, but inverse. We can see that we have this fair value gap. We came into it, we swept all of this liquidity right here, and we closed below it. So that's the reason I'm bearish. As I'm bearish on the Dixie. Going into the weekly time frame, we can see we've filled this fair value gap zone on the weekly time frame, and we are getting some kind of reaction. But honestly, I'm still bearish on it because we have this fair value gap on the monthly as well. We have this big fair value gap, and we have this liquidity down there. If we just the same as the with the euro, if we don't get to hold this supply zone right here, then we're just gonna keep continuation to the upside. Honestly, going to the 4 hour, we can see fair value gaps as well, like right here. We can see a supply zone right here that we are probably gonna fill. If not, then as well we're gonna keep going upwards. So keep an eye on Dixie, keep an eye on euro about these zones, because we could potentially see some kind of reaction from there. On GU, however, I like how GU is actually moving. Going into the monthly, we can see that these last 2 months it has been bearish. Dropping into the weekly, we can see we have this fair value gap right here. We made a breakout structure right here, like a market structure shift, sorry. And from it, we could potentially seek some bearish momentum and some shorts. So I like how GU is looking. It's pretty much cleaner, because if we drop on the daily time frame, however, we can see like we still have this fair value gap, but we didn't fill it yet. So we're probably gonna drop over this one, gonna probably drop over this fair value gap, and from here seek for longs on a short-term basis, and potentially target this fair value gap, and from here some kind of rejection and reversal to keep continuing the downwards and the bearish bias that we have right now. Going into the 4 hour, as like I said, we have all of this trend line liquidity right here with all of these imbalances right here. So we can see on the 4 hour, we filling this fair value gap, we could potentially seek for bearish market structure shift on the lower time frames to get filled on these fair value gaps, and from these fair value gaps actually keep going upwards to fill all of these fair value gaps as well, and from there keep going downwards. So I like how GU is looking. I pretty much like it. It's getting really is a pretty clean price action for now. Same as GBP CAD. GBP CAD is one of it's a bit weird pair to trade, but I like how the price action moves here. Pretty much on the weekly, we can see we came into the zone. We got a really nice bullish reaction from it on the weekly time frame. Going into the daily, same really strong reaction. On the 4 hour, we see that we've been respecting this fair value gap. We then break structure, respected this fair value gap, then again broke structure, respected this one. So we're pretty much really like respecting everything on GBP CAD. And even in the 1 hour, we can see that we have this order block, this zone that we are getting a reaction from it. We actually closed above on the 1 hour time frame, which means that we are pretty much bullish, and I would expect like come back into this zone, and from here I actually look for longs to take over this zone, this previous this high. And pretty much on GJ, if I take a look on GJ, I don't really like how GJ is looking, because I don't see really clean price action, because I see that we've got on the monthly time frame, we've seen rejection from this order block, really bullish rejection. However, we've dropped the last month really strongly. We can see that on the weekly time frame we've been dropping, and to be honest, I would be looking for shorts, to be honest, because by how the momentum is looking, that's the only thing that I would look. We have also this liquidity right here resting, so we could potentially take on this liquidity, and from here somehow, because this is also order block on the weekly, somehow get a reaction to get bullish price action from there. um Honestly, dropping on the 4 hour, we can see we've left all this liquidity right here that we could potentially take over and fill this supply zone we have right here, and potentially keep going downwards, because if we don't hold this level, we're gonna just seek for this fair value gap, and from there probably um, look for bearish momentum. So on the short term, I'm actually longish from it, because we could potentially sweep this liquidity, and from there fill this order block, and from there keep going downward. So you really need to try understand price, what price is showing you, because you can see, yeah, we did get a break of structure, we didn't hold this fair value gap, and this potentially could mean that we're gonna first sweep these lows, and from there fill this fair value gap that we have right there. On USD, I don't like trading USD GPY. I took a trade once over over there, I think, but it was just like with a correlation with GJ. I was looking some kind of correlation, and I just saw that USD GPY gave me an opportunity, but it's pretty much it's a bit different pair from GJ, but you can see that there is correlation on this. And if you actually see like if you see a bearish setup on GJ, and you just see that USD GPY is actually in the same POY, and it has actually like a stronger bearish momentum, then just take a trade on USD GPY, and you will see pretty much um, a stronger momentum and a quicker take on profits. On gold, I haven't touched on gold. I'm not trading right now it, to be honest, just because I don't like the price action. Nothing pretty much, not really clear. So to be honest, I will be taking a look at GJ and sorry, at GU and GBP cat is right now is the pairs that I like the most, and the ones that I would keep an eye on, to be honest. So not much else to say. If you have any questions, you can ask me on the group, or just tag me, um, and I will be take a look. I will be taking a look over it, and just keep in mind that this is like what I am expecting. Please don't be don't be holding over my biases, because as a trader we want to be reacting, seeing how we react over this market, not be trying to predict it. It's just a bias and what we could potentially be looking for on these days. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, just let me know.